Well, I haven't done one of these in a while. Well, a video at all, really. But I definitely haven't done a trailer reaction in a very long time because they're the worst kind of content on my channel. But I haven't made a video, so I'm stooping to doing a trailer reaction. There is a new Mission Impossible trailer, and since I did a reaction to the last Mission Impossible trailer for the last movie, I might as well do this one. I like the Mission Impossible movies. They're very well made. The action is always really good. The stunts are great. I find the plots to be a bit convoluted, especially the last one, Dead Reckoning Part 1. Because I'm a dipshit, but like by the end, I just kind of lost the thread of what the fuck was happening. Like, people kept double crossing each other, and it was just like, what is happening here? What is going on? But I do enjoy them. I am looking forward to this one. So I'm going to put on my headphones, and then I'm going to watch the trailer. This was originally going to be called Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 2. And then, I better plug in the headphones. They're not in the laptop. They're fucking here, just drooped next to me. And then they announced, we're not going to call it Part 2, I think because Part 1 didn't do that well or something. So it's now called Mission Impossible The Final Reckoning. And there was also rumors that it was originally supposed to be the last one, and then there was rumors that Tom Cruise wanted to keep making them. But now if it's called The Final Reckoning, I guess it, might be the last one. I mean, you know, we're all horror fans here at Schlock Horror. We all remember that Friday the 13th Part 4 was called The Final Chapter, and there are 12 Friday the 13th movies. So, this is Part 8, isn't it? This is going to be the 8th Mission Impossible movie. Let me make sure this is plugged in. Okay. Give me the option to make sure it's plugged in. No. Fucking headphones. It's not it's the headphone jack and the laptop that I have a problem with. Alright, so I'm gonna do a blind watch of Mission Impossible The Final Reckoning teaser trailer 2025 movie, Tom Cruise. Just as Tom Cruise at the end of it. Okay. Let's go. I'm gonna do the big press of the button so that I can sync up the video with the other video in the little corner. I should try to angle this because I always put the trailer in the corner, but, like, I'm holding it like fucking this, so, like, it doesn't fit around my face. So I'm going to try hold it a bit like this, and I'm going to try put the trailer here, but then while I'm watching it, and, like, I'm watching it... See, even now when I've just realized, like, my hand is in the way, so I got to move it over here, because otherwise, like, my hand is in the way of the screen. And then, like, as I'm watching it, it will probably sag, and it'll get all messed up. Where should it be? Like, I want a good bit of negative space next to me. Kind of here, I guess. Anyway, I mean, you should watch the trailer and then watch my reaction. This shouldn't be the first time you see the trailers in the corner next to my face. Okay, 2 minutes. I wonder if there's going to be any little pre-trailer. I hate when they do that. I always complain about it. So let's find out if I'm going to complain about it. Now I'm going to scratch my nose a lot. Okay, go. Bang on the keyboard. Beginning. I thought for a second the sound wasn't going to work in my headphones. Shots of things happening. I'm now remembering why I don't do trailer reactions.
Our lives
what is going on?
are the sum of our choices.
Base Luther. Base TC running. Oh, base throwbacks to the previous films.
When the need for certainty is absolute, and the odds are deemed
Angela Bassett is back, base.
mission falls to him.
Should he choose to accept?
For every life you tried to save,
You gambled millions more. And now the fate of every
What was that?
soul on earth.
I mean, I know that was a frozen body, but he looked like a fucking alien.
Responsibility.
With great power comes great responsibility.
Pattern, isn't it?
Damn, he's running in multiple locations in this one. We're going to get a lot of running.
To sacrifice the ones you hold close.
Although he's looking old, I gotta say, Tom Cruise. Who was that? Was that Haley Atwell? Wouldn't mind that happening to me, to be honest.
You've always
Was that
been on the
Vanessa
right
Kirby
side,
getting into
brother.
the action? Or the
I
other
have no
chick?
regrets. Neither should you.
Pong Clementieff. Whoa!
I need you to trust me. One last time.
One last time together. Though I ain't finna fail you now. That's not how that goes. Got related suggested videos here. Joe Biden on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. That's probably pretty funny. Yeah, pretty good trailer. Lots of action as I expected in the Mission Impossible trailer. Not really much of a vibe for the plot because the plot's probably fucking convoluted as all hell. As you expect in Mission Impossible. I like that Angela Bassett is back. I love a bit of Angela Bassett. I started watching 911. I should do a video about that show. It's incredible. She's great on it. I like Angela Bassett generally. It's cool that she's in it. I would love Lawrence Fishburne to be back. Lawrence Fishburne was in Mission Impossible 3. And he was never in any other ones, but I love some Lawrence Fishburne. I would love to see more familiar faces coming back. It's cool that they brought back Henry Czerny, or however you pronounce his name, in the last one. He's probably in this one as well, because he was in the original, and then he wasn't in any of them until he was in the last one. You know, just... Yeah, that plane stunt looks sick. It looks great. Like, it looks like a real movie. Because we all know movies nowadays look like fucking garbage. Be it like the MCU, whatever the latest is, or fucking Wicked looks terrible. What's that Red? I don't think I've actually watched a clip from Red 1, but Red 1, that new Dwayne Johnson Santa Claus, whatever, fucking looks like direct to Netflix, but it's somehow coming out in the cinema. That movie, yeah, I don't think I watched the trailer for that. I've only ever seen the posters, but I imagine it probably looks like shit. Like, I mean, like the cinematography and like the visual style of it, it's probably really ugly, which is what a lot of stuff looks like nowadays. All the new Star Wars stuff as well. I think Ahsoka, that show, got a lot of flack for being fucking ugly and hideous. So yeah, a lot of movies look pretty bad now, especially the Marvel stuff. I didn't watch the trailer, but I saw clips from... No, there's Thunderbolts and there's something else. Captain America, the Hulk is the president. The president is the Hulk, the Red Hulk. That one. That doesn't look that appealing either. But this is real cinema. Tom Cruise has saved cinema once again, even though he looks old. Christopher McQuarrie is delivering. He's a good director. Not a great writer, I find. But a good, very good director in the technical filmmaking sense. That shit on the plane is going to look sick. All the stunts are going to be sick. All the stunts in the last one were sick. I just didn't like the story. I mean, there's not a lot I could say about the trailer, other than I can just give my thoughts about the other Mission Impossible movies. That's like what's coming to mind. There's some in there. He looked like he had the fucking rabbit's foot from Mission Impossible 3. Mission Impossible 3 is my favorite of the series. I gotta be honest. Some people don't like that one because of J.J. Abrams and whatever. And he gets criticism for his writing style, and I get that. But that is my favorite one. It's the one that's got Lawrence Fishburne in it. It's got the best villain with Philip Seymour Hoffman. It was the first one I saw. I saw it in cinemas, and I hadn't seen the other ones. I just went to see it. And it's probably the one I've rewatched the most. I just really enjoy Mission Impossible 3. And yeah, people criticize the writing style, but I can follow the story in that better than in fucking Dead Reckoning Part 1, or even in Fallout, which was pretty good. But like, things would happen in Fallout, and I was like, what just happened there? Like, mad plots. I don't want to be too spoilery, even though you've probably seen them or you don't care. Whatever. But if we are harkening back to Mission Impossible 3, that's pretty cool. And maybe we'll finally get some harkening back to Mission Impossible 2, the unloved middle child of Mission Impossible, because nobody likes that movie. Except for me. I kind of like Mission Impossible 2, though I haven't seen it in a while, like a long time. but I like it, or I did like it the last time I watched it. I should watch that whole series again, because I haven't seen the first one in forever either. So I'll do all a big rewatch, or I'll plan to do a big rewatch. I always plan to do a big rewatch of a series before a new one comes out, and I just don't, because I won't have the time. I'm not going to have the time, realistically. I know that now, to watch all the Mission Impossible movies. What, 7 of them or whatever. Although at least I've seen them, so I can go see it. Because sometimes a new movie will come out and be like, I should see the other ones before I see the new one. And then I don't see the old ones, and then I don't see the new one. I just don't see any of them. That's what happened with the Avengers. When Avengers 1 came out, I'd only seen the Iron Man movie. So I was like, oh, I should go and I should watch Captain America and Thor and Hulk before I see Avengers. I didn't get round to it. And then I missed going to see the Avengers 2012 in cinemas because I hadn't seen the other ones. But I've seen all the Mission Impossible movies, so I don't have that, but I would like to revisit them, and because they're probably more fun to talk about than the trailer is. It was a good trailer, what can I say? But, you know, what is there to say about trailers? But I like talking about Mission Impossible. I find it a very interesting franchise. What I do miss is I liked in the early days. I can take these off now. I liked the original intention of Mission Impossible was that, obviously, it was originally a TV show, and then Tom Cruise wanted to make it a movie, and like his idea was, because it was originally a show, the movies would be like episodes, and you'd get a different like auteur director to come in and do different episodes in completely different styles. So we had Brian De Palma do one, John Woo do one, and J.J. Abrams do one, which are 3 completely different like directors with 3 completely different styles. They made 3 very different movies that have basically the same plot, but they're stylistically so diverse. It's really fascinating. And then it stopped being that, and it became something else, which most people prefer because they're more successful now than ever, which is they became less director oriented and more Tom Cruise oriented, because it used to be like just, all right, he's going on a mission, and who's directing it? Who's going to do like a weird directorial flair? John Woo or whatever. But then it became more about like the stunts and what the big stunt that Tom Cruise is going to do, because other than the part when he, you know, comes down abseiling, is that what that is? No, abseils from the ceiling inside of a building. You know, the Langley heist, that's what it's called, isn't it? In the first one where he's hanging from the ceiling, that was an iconic stunt. But even that wasn't sold around like Tom Cruise doing this stunt. It was just a cool moment. And the second one had the rock climbing, but that's only a little bit at the start. And what even happened in the... I mean, I just like... The third one is my favorite, but I feel like that wasn't sold based on the idea of like a big stunt. And then the fourth one was when he was on the Burj Khalifa, the tallest building in the world. And it had Brad Bird directing. Brad Bird's a good director, but I wouldn't call him an auteur, really. I don't think he has that much of a distinctive style, even though I really am a fan of Brad Bird. I like all of his stuff. I am the only person, I think, on the planet who loved Tomorrowland. I thought that was a great film. So that movie was sold around the idea of, like, the big stunt. Tom Cruise is doing the big stunt. He's doing it for real. And then from part 5 onwards, they brought on Christopher McQuarrie, who since then has directed all of them. So that completely threw out the idea of a rotating director. Just had the same director. And now every movie is, what's the big stunt Tom Cruise is going to do? Which is also very entertaining. And Christopher McQuarrie is a good filmmaker. But I like the older ones better. For whatever, you know, I enjoy the John Woo style. And I like the J.J. Abrams directed Mission Impossible 3. I haven't seen the Brian De Palma one in a very long time, so I need to watch that again. So, I will watch them, I guess. I'm just telling you my plans to possibly rewatch the Mission Impossible franchise. And just a general... do a video, because I haven't done a video in a while, because I did a video where I said I'm trying to put out more videos consistently every Friday. And that was like 4 weeks ago, and since then I haven't uploaded anything. Because fucking whatever. I just haven't had the time. Nothing's been going on. I haven't had anything to say, really. I still don't have anything. I barely had fucking anything to say about that trailer. There you go. I mean, I said they're the worst content on my my channel is the trailer reactions. So anyway, I hope everyone's doing well. And, you know, you're enjoying fucking life. You're enjoying this video. You're enjoying Mission Impossible movies or other movies that are out. Any other movies out? Conclave, I hear, is good. I might try to see that. Anora, I hear, is good. I probably won't get around to watching that movie in cinemas. Juror number 2, I hear, is very good. That's not even coming out in cinemas here, I don't think. Or anywhere, barely, in the world. That might be good. Clint Eastwood, pretty hit or miss director, but interesting nonetheless. I wonder what a Clint Eastwood directed Mission Impossible movie would have been like. Probably fucking boring, but boring in an interesting way. Like, it would be a boring movie to watch, but it would be interesting to talk about afterwards. I find a lot of Eastwood movies, you talk about them afterwards and you go, what was up with that bit when that bit happened, or whatever. What was the movie, the name of the movie? 1517 to Paris, if anyone saw that. It's the one about the 3 guys who stopped the terrorist attack on the train. I mean, that could be a whole other video. And maybe it should be. It just popped in my head there that, like, that was boring in an interesting way, because it was fascinating how little happened in that movie. Because there just wasn't enough story there to make it like a 2-hour movie out of. So there's just nothing. There's just nothing going on. So it was dull and uneventful. But then you look back at it, you go like, damn, how did he pad out the runtime for 2 hours about that like event where there just wasn't that much to tell? And he did it. This is why he's the maestro. This is why he's Clint Eastwood, and I'm not. I'm Gerald Ford and you're not. I'm not Gerald Ford either. But if I was, I'd be dead, because President Gerald Ford passed away in 2006.